hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Top of the Masoi Avenue, and we're going to take a left into Tremathusa village. We're going to go through Tremathusa and up to Tala, and then we're actually going to go and see all the posh people. We're going up into Kamaras village. It's very, very posh in there. That's where we're going. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the drive on a rather damp and a rather chilly morning. Not very nice at all. Dawn, Sean, Miss Daisy, the little Cypriot cat, and her little partner in crime, the little dog called Bo. If you're watching, well, wrap up warm if I was you. It's not that pleasant outside there at all. We've got some new stars on the breakfast sofa, by the way. Gwyneth, all the way from Wales. Gwyneth Walker, good morning to you. Thanks for supporting us. We're tasting that coffee right now, that's for sure, on this rather damp morning. Moira and Kevin Taylor, thanks for joining us. You're cuddling up on the sofa on this rather damp day, that's for sure. Lynn and Angie, yes, Lynn and Angie Walker. I was struggling to read the list's getting long, if you understand. I'm always an idiot wearing sunglasses, even on a day like today, that's for sure. Mark Stevens, welcome to the sofa. And of course, we've now got two Ronnies on the sofas. We've got the Viking from all the way up there in Denmark. Good morning to you, Mr. Ronnie. Are you enjoying your Cypriot coffee? Yes? Sit back and relax. And on the other arm, we've got the one and only, the man in charge of law and order, all the way up in Scotland, Mr. Ronnie Miller. Welcome, Mr. Ronnie Miller. Welcome to the sofa. And again, we thank you for that coffee. You're a star amongst stars, that's for sure. Sean Broad, the greatest mechanic, the greatest body shop man in the world, and now he's ventured into the drug making business. Yes, welcome to the sofa. You're one of our stars. When we go looking for cars, we're always going to take Sean with us, because we understand we've bought a few bad ones in the past, and if we do buy a bad one again, well, guess what? We're going to blame him, and we're going to get his gun barrier number one, Mr. Richard, Miss Julie, and of course my mate Leo, to beat him up if he gets you wrong. That's what we're going to do. Right, so Labika, thanks very much. The star amongst stars, our absolute superstar of a girl, all the way from Slovakia, who now resides in downtown UK, and she lived in Cyprus for a while, and she worked in various places, so she has a soft spot for Cyprus, but perhaps not on a damp day like today. David and Karina, thanks very much. We're still consuming your coffees, so we thank you for being superstars, and one day we are going to bump into you in the downtown Paphos Harbour. Oh so sweet Caroline, I hope you've got the memory foam cushion out, and I hope you've poured a glass of the Nigel Big Guns for the one and only, my partner in crime, Nigel. And of course, there's one more star amongst stars. Oh yes. I mean, I can't pronounce her surname because, of course, my pronunciation is rather Sherlock Holmes. The Christian name is Anna, so I have no trouble with that one. And she really, really is a star. She's a prolific commenter, and she lives all the way up in sunny Poland. Although at the moment, I think they're having worse weather than us, and I think there's a bit of snow on the ground. But good morning to you, Anna Starr. You are my superstar, and you always will be. So apparently her surname translated into English means star. So there we go. I've always called her a superstar, and she is indeed. And where are we? Well, we're at the top of Tala. We've transcended through Tremathusa, and we've come through Lower Tala, and now we are at the very, very top of Tala. That's where we are. Mr. Allen, flick on the machine. Get it up to 2 or 3 miles an hour, because very, very slowly we're going to be going down the hill. And if you're wondering where the cat monastery is, well, it's not the cat monastery, but the cat park just down from the monastery, well, it's coming up very, very soon. So this is the trek that you will be taking when you come over. And I think you keep delaying your holiday, don't you? I think it's May now. You're knocking it back. But at least the harbour will be over, and the weather will be better. And of course, you'll be able to come up here, and there'll be plenty of pussycats waiting to welcome you, that's for sure. We take a left here, and we're going to wiggle wag. You see that sign there? It says Kamaras Village. Only posh people are allowed to live there. But anyway, here comes the cat park, of great interest to one or two people. Tony Nancaro, he likes to pop in when he's in town, because he likes to help out with the cats. And of course, Alan, that's where you're going to go. But don't forget to be wearing your Marika and Me Cagoule. Well, perhaps not in March March or April, May. Well, let's hope not anyway. Look at that sea down there. It's like a scene out of a horror movie, but it does look spectacular. But it certainly looks as though it's out of a horror movie indeed. Anyway, we're starting to transcend now into the lower, well, mid-pass, should we say. And then at the end of this road, we're going to join onto the roundabout, the main roundabout in Tallaght. I think it's the only roundabout in Tallaght, to be honest. And you keep going down, or you can go around it and go into the old town, the old village itself. But we're going to go all the way around it, and we're going to head into Paphos village, the posh place. Yes, you got to be very posh to buy a bungalow or a villa in there. Why are we going there? Well, somewhere on this road there is a man in a grey Rover, and that someone is my brother, and he's gone off ahead. But I'm going to pick him up, or he's going to get very wet, because you can see the weather. Well, we're having flash showers, if that's the right word. It piddles down for around about 10-15 minutes, and I mean piddles down, and then it dries out like now. But I think it's thinking about coming back online again, and I think it's thinking about piddling down again. So there we go. Right, let's get into Paphos village and see some of the posh people. And if you're looking for a pub called the Cliff Pub, well, guess what? It's coming up on the left-hand side. There it is, the Cliff Bar. Why is it called the Cliff? Because it literally sits on a cliff, and it looks out across the Mediterranean blue sea. I don't think I'd want to sit there, because not long ago this road completely collapsed, and if you understand it, that pub is sitting on the edge of this road. So I don't think I'd be going there. But it's quite a popular bar, so perhaps if you're looking for a widow or a widower, well, that could be the place to hang out. Well, no, not actually, but after the person's been there, if you understand me. Find out where their wives or partners in crime used to live, and there you go. They may be free after that bar subsides and collapses down the side of the embankment. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it doesn't. Big sign on the wall, and it says Leptos Paphos Village. So that means we've arrived where the posh people live. There we go. There's one of them there. Didn't look quite that posh to me, but you know, there we go. They're all posh up here. And as you can see, the rain started again. There you go, Gwyneth. It reminds us of Wales, eh? It reminds us of the green grass of home. And of course, Welsh Dave, if you're watching, this is the weather that we're used to if you live in Anglesey, that's for sure. He's thinking, oh yeah, he knows the area well. What to do? Because I don't live that far away in Ruthin. I'm from Ruthin originally, so I understand that the weather in Anglesey, well, to use our favourite words, can be a little bit Sherlock Holmes, that's for sure. So we're climbing uphill now, and if you're curious to know the prices around here, I mean, you can buy a bungalow for probably about $350 or so, but most of these ones we are in and amongst now, we're probably going to be 600, 700, and of course most of them are going to rapidly rise up and beyond. So we're looking to get to my brother, and he's somewhere up here. Of course, we've got to hunt him down. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go all the way down here and show you where some of the posh people live. And there's plenty of them about. Like I say, there's a customer of mine lives here, and he's just done all this house up with this wall. Is now this raised bit of wall there. And, he paid about $1 million. And there's his Jag. There you go. There you go, Nigel. That's the Jag we were in the other day, because he clipped his new gate post. Yes, exactly. If you remember a couple of videos back, I mentioned there was a Jag behind us, and it was Sir Nigel's twin. Well, not quite a twin, because his is white and that one is blue, but I think you get the general idea. Anyway, we fixed it up, returned it, and a happy chap. It's got a spectacular view, as you can see. Well, perhaps not on today. Although today, even on today, the view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea, to be honest, is absolutely spectacular. It doesn't matter what the weather is like. If you're looking out across that blue Mediterranean Sea, even on a chopsy-mopsy day, as you can see, it does look truly spectacular. There you go. There's a posh person coming up. That could be Mr. Andrew and Miss Nessie in the passenger seat. Well, that's the wrong colour, isn't it? It's a silver one. Theirs is a black one. Yes, there we are. They have their own YouTube channel, by the way. If you're looking to watch some interesting YouTube videos, what I suggest you do is click on to Nessie and Andy's Travels, and you get to watch them drive around Shropshire and of course into the Welsh borders, and get close to where I'm from. Yes, go down the A5 and they keep going to Llangollen and those kind of places. So here we are back on the main drag again. I think this one is called Comaras Avenue. And again, you've got a mixture of bungalows, probably around 350, 400,000 euros. And then you've got villas like this one on the side here, Carnes. This is known as the Carnes, that one there. You can't see it, but it's huge. That one's probably a couple of million, that's for sure. And talking about YouTube channels, you've got some superstars coming out to Paphos next week, and they're going to make some little videos in downtown Paphos. And you never know, Marika and me might be appearing on their channel. Their channel is Andrea and Mart. What do they normally do? Well, they mosey on down in parts of Norfolk, and they wander around in the back lanes, and then they go into the city of Norwich. And Mr. Mark's knowledge truly is exceptional indeed. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course, if you do like what you see, why not hit the like, click the subscribe, and come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter sanity as we drive around on good days and bad days in downtown Paphos. And if there's somewhere that you'd like to go, why not drop it in the comments? And if you really want to watch the channel grow, go through to our About page, where you could consider to hit the Buy Me a Coffee or two, and guess what? We'll convert that into liquid benzene and pop it in the tank and make sure we get to go to those special places, especially for you. Look at that, that's the mountainside where the monastery hangs out. So if you want to see some monks in downtown Paphos, that could be the place for you to go. And by the way, if you wiggle and waggle through the luxury area of Comaras village and follow this road, by the way, you end up in, I think it's Keeley, I think that's how you say it, which is a nice little town, nice little village on top of a mountain. Yes, indeed. So we're up in the highlands of Comaras, and very nice place to live. If you can afford to live up here, you're going to have a great life indeed. Drive a Jag or a Range Rover, or perhaps a big Merc. Thanks for watching.